I actually can't define one single thing. We do have an environmental message about a band, but that isn't unique to us. We're not the first band to do that. So I'm not laying credit to that in the slightest, but that is something that does separate us from this generation of peers, I would think, because we really like to put money where our mouth is and physically do things. For instance, clean up beaches around the world with our fans, things like that. Musically, we have lots of highs and lows as well. There's another thing that people often say in terms of we can go super heavy, we can go super soft and light. And I like to think at our shows, a thing that I feel that differentiates us from others is I get a real sense of joy from our crowds in mixed gender, and it's like I often have people say that they feel really different coming to our shows. And when I say joy, I mean like there's this like expression and jubilation, which often in metal it's usually just like release and ferocity. So that's really nice. I love having that.
That's interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing that tonight.
I mean, I can't guarantee it, but so what I want to achieve with it, I guess writing about topics and things that aren't the norm is I feel that I look at the world a little differently than a lot of metal artists. Doesn't make me better or worse, but when I say differently, I mean I'm from Byron Bay. My mother's a tarot reader. I guess I have a quite spiritual upbringing, not religious, but just spiritual, and that definitely works its way into the lyrics and the perspectives that I write from. So sometimes I write from the perspective of water, looking at man and how man is treating the water. So quite left of field and different things, and that's what I really want to set out to achieve, is this different perspective and to break those walls down of what metal should be. We've never really had any overnight insane surprise moments where you win some award or there's some crazy chart position that you never were expecting. Most bands that have success would probably say that would be like an overwhelming moment. But for me, the overwhelming stuff, I guess, is when like taking your music to Japan and places that you think it would never reach, and the overwhelming feeling of having a completely silent and present audience that are just like so attentive to everything you're saying in between songs, and then you start the song and then there's this 1,000 Japanese just singing the words, going crazy, and that is really overwhelming to see how far music has reached and how that breaks down the language barrier. So it was an overwhelming experience, particularly Japan. The best part of it is for sure playing on stage and sharing a perspective and a creative art. I love that. The worst part about being in a band is, I guess it's the irregular traveling, in terms of sometimes you don't sleep for ages, other times you don't get a bed for days or a shower for days, and that kind of stuff does start to wear down on you physically, which makes it harder to perform your art. So I would, without complaining about it, that to me would be the worst thing, is this just the tough conditions that we're put under in order to perform each night.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing, I guess, is I feel like our fans know about us, but for those who don't, is that we are really non-metal stereotype people. We're just like really normal guys that love nature, love the ocean, love doing all the things that normal human beings enjoy. We have hardly any tattoos. We don't listen to that much metal, although we love to play it. And I guess that's where I feel very relatable to audiences in that way, because we're just normal guys doing normal things and enjoying what we do. I mean, I guess no one's ever asked me, like, outside of music, what do I want to do with my life?
That is a good question.
You know?
Do you see yourself in music the entire time, or do you see yourself going in various directions?
I do. I see the various directions part. I would be happy to be a part of music for the rest of my life, but I definitely don't see it as my sole destiny or sole gift. It's part of me and I love doing it, but I would love to create a a nest or a home for myself that isn't just a four-walled place that gets called mine. I'd love to have something that's very sustainable and I guess has a breeze and a view and somewhere where I just feel really alive and at home. So that's one goal of mine, and I'd love to explore the other areas of the arts, whether it's through acting or speaking, outside and off the stage in different ways. It will be cool. So I mean, I'm excited to who knows what the future has, but yeah.
It may be a nationality and it may be also be the environment, but the inevitable question is, do you see yourself going into politics, or has that avenue kind of been?
No, I don't see myself going into politics. Okay. I feel like politics, although it's super important to have views and to have things for our generation, I feel like the confines of laws and legislature and all of the things that put politics into four walls and behind bars so that it can be legal, often I feel that it really cramps and would just really deconstruct all the things that I would love to do about the world. I'd like to be free of that stuff and just say my peace of mind without the how are you going to get the budget for that,